Well, spit it out, Selenia, and try not to embarrass me before our guest.
Of course, Captain. Hit my head pretty hard near the end, but I spit the tale as best as I can. Go on, Mom. Ready as I'm like to get me. You aren't quite what I expected, Watcher. You're kinder than most. Saw my old crew slaughtered me, my best mates, and even a few I hated. They weren't but blood and meat in the end. It branded the back of my eyes, that moment. High seas, nothing but blue all around. Then, mist so thick you could taste it. Ships sailed from within, out of nowhere. Was a hunt, not for loot, but for bodies. The ship, it looked rotted. The crew, they were all undead. Couldn't stop them from boarding, couldn't kill them, couldn't even fight them in the end. They were dreadful. Some were clothed, like maybe they'd only recently died. Others weren't more than moving bones. One was different. Her presence was overwhelming. Heavy. Flames burned in the place of her eyes. The crew shambled hard to do her bidding, even the ones who seemed hardly aware. Figured she was the captain, me.
There is a flag the floating hangman flies. A flag that once heralded the Fonferus of Old Valia. It belonged to a Darkotsi paladin of some legend, one Lucia Rivan. But Selenia's knowledge is limited in this regard. Let us instead ask her of a subject she may know.
Me and my crew were adept. Alert. Always. No. Weren't no one gonna get the jump on us. Was some magic foul. Just sudden like, the winds died, the waters fell flat and the air got heavy. They turned sky and the sea both against us. Then this thick fog roiled up at midday. Without a sound, the spectre ship skimmed right out. It was too late. We couldn't outsail it. Dunno me. Drifted for days, maybe longer. Kept winking in and out after I ran out of drink.
One of mine found her no more than a week ago. Malnourished, dehydrated. The poor girl was scarcely able to speak.
Well, I'm more than able to gabble now, aren't I? Could sail, too. No, you got no reason to keep me.
Perhaps there is something else you wish to ask of our guest before she departs from us.
Calling me craven? Huh, sure, I am. Took a knock-in and I was out for a while. When I came to, they were eating Ganasco, our steward. I dropped a dinghy and rode for it. Don't know why they didn't give chase. Don't much care, me.
She belongs to Aldis, who undoubtedly will come to claim her soon. But that is a problem for another time. One moment, Watcher. That much should be obvious, Diveros. I prefer my crews to fear their captains, not a phantasm roaming the seas, hunting to devour their souls. Allow me to cut to the heart of it. Lucia Rivan, whose flag flies atop our spectral ship, was a Dakotsi paladin who died more than 200 years ago. It is my hope that uncovering the details regarding dear Rivan's fate in life may illuminate the nature of her undeath and how to defeat her galleon. Unfortunately, the only soul who could possibly shine more light on our situation lies buried deep within Neketaka. One Isir the Berethian, now well rotted, I presume. Indeed, I do. Though I and mine cannot so openly venture into the depths of Neketaka, nor can we commune with the dead, you, Watcher, are adept in both of these areas, correct? You must search the Temple of Berath on Neketaka's sacred stair. Izir's tomb within it should contain a chronicle for how and where he slayed our paladin, Rivan. By all accounts, our Rivan was a Dorkotzi paladin who sailed to the Deadfire in order to safeguard a royal weapon of Old Valia. She is the epitome of Grand Valia, of magnificence, honor, and duty. Living or undead, she strives still to serve her charge. And yet, we know not why, but a Berethian priest called Izir opposed our Rivan, and fiercely. They fought to the death, Rivans to be precise, in this very archipelago. Along with her life, Rivan lost the sword she had sworn to protect. It has, lamentably, remained unfindable since. I believe it may be why she searches the seas yet. Regrettably, I know little but this. He was an Ediran warrior priest of Berath, and a significantly fervent one, if tales are to be believed. He chased our Dakotsi to the Deadfire, hunting her to, well, to her death. Shortly after slaughtering our brave paladin, the priest died, possibly of sickness, or perhaps from a festering battle wound. He was entombed in honor of his service to Berath in Neketaka's sacred stair. Gelarde, do return when you've any lead that may navigate us to where the floating hangman anchors. I will be waiting. Gelarde, such a solace it is to see you again. Who better to ask than the first chair and highest rank on the Consuelo, Mescasitas? Ak, what is it you wish to know? We are a magnificent but largely landless people, so we have come to own the sea. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can. Hence, we are oft labeled as pirates, smugglers, merchants of illicit trade, or mercenaries. It will not always be so, but it is for now. Ak, what is it you wish to know? Indeed, Aimika, you are correct in this assessment. We are descended from refugees who fled during Old Valia's decline. They sailed the eastern reach to the Deadfire. But they did not settle the islands. Today, even, our shipboard life continues. Ak, what is it you wish to know? What matters is not who they were, Casita. Only that we took it from them. But as you are curious, I will tell you this. The architecture of Balefire Beacon suggests dwarven craftsmanship. My own research into the island upon which I established Dunwich paints these ruins in a picture of blood and agony. Whatever dwarves sought to make their refuge here were exterminated by a crush of Naga tidal waves and great sea monsters all at once. Fortuitously for us, Ondra shelters her loyal sailors more than wayward mountain dwarves. Ak, what is it you wish to know? Come, let us share a fine conversation. Amika, do you know how I have lived so long in this life of piracy? You may already be aware, but I am a Dokotsi paladin, the first chair on the Consuelo, and my crews have been known to call me the last Marcheso. Contrary to popular belief, I do not overly favor speaking of myself. Ack had good tides.
Shame I weren't at that animancy trial. My mind would have cut Theos's plot to bloody ribbons.
Indeed. It's a wonder we ever stopped Theos without you.
Don't let it discourage, lad. I'd wager silver you can keep up.
How generous of you.
Have a pity and toss me a pyre, will you? What? I'm no actor. And besides, I can't barely see nothing as it is. You really think so? Maybe I do have a mug made for the stage. I sure got the voice for it, eh? Turn me in the right direction, and I'll make me way to the Radiant Court. Stage is this way, ain't it?
Welcome back, patron. I so hope you enjoy the performance. I'd be happy to go back working for her, except I owe Harker over there a good deal of money. Stupid dice went cold at the wrong time. Until I pay him what I owe, 700 pyres, I'm not going anywhere. Talk it over with Harker. Maybe you'll be feeling generous. A more likely possibility is he'll try and put a knife between your ribs. Assuming he doesn't, or you survive it, you ought to know he hides his money in his private quarters. Would be a shame if someone stole it. You haven't heard the rumours, I take it? Some people say he's the Red King. Aye, I'd heard that too. But some folks say he faked his death to escape the wrath of the Valian Republics. Those same folks say that Harker was the Red King. I wouldn't go on asking him about it, if you know what I mean. Harker's got a nasty reputation, a real violent disposition, and besides, people in this port generally don't like others prying into their past.
What can I do for you? Infamous to his enemies, famous to his friends. Folks deciding to call me the Red King, I had nothing to do with that. But I didn't tell them to stop neither. See, the Valian Republics drove my Dar out of business, and I repaid them in kind by taking their ships and their treasure. A whole lot of it. Got right tired of ship hunters crawling up my arse every time I went out to sea, though. So I paid off my crew, scuttled this ship here, and went my merry way. In other words, the Red King is dead. And if you ask me any more about it, you will be too. What can I do for you? Got to you, did she? The woman can spot a soft-hearted mark from 50 paces. Like a sixth sense or something. Remarkable. Here's the thing, though. It's more profitable for me to keep her under my thumb, so, sweet as your offer is, you can keep your money. Unless there's something else you need, I think we're done here. If I wanted something else, I'd have asked for it. What can I do for you?